What's up, y'all? Brown Eyed Dame here. I'm super excited to talk about a new series that I'm going to be working on. I've played Guild Wars 1 and started Guild Wars 2 at its launch in 2012. In fact, it's going to be 13 years this month since its release, and it has been an absolutely amazing ride. I bought the game for $60 back at launch, and 3 years later, ArenaNet made the base game free. How cool is that? They have 5 expansions available for purchase and just announced a 6th expansion to release in October of this year that's up for pre-order. Since 2019, they have bundled the first 2 expansions, Heart of Thorns and Path of Fire, together for the price of one. Now, even though I started Guild Wars 2 at launch, I had a tremendous gap in my playtime due to my PC quitting on me and life in general. So I'm not as experienced in the game since the new expansions have come out as the people who have started at launch and consistently played for the last 13 years. In fact, my PC quit me around the time they released the Icebrood Saga Living World in 2019 after Path of Fire. I wasn't able to jump back in until 2023 or so after the release of 2 other expansions and just a few months before they released their most recent one, Janther Wilds. Needless to say, I'm still playing catch up because I'm quite the casual player that gets distracted easily by all the content the game has to offer. However, I love this game, and it's for so many different reasons. It's by far my favorite MMORPG out of all of them out there. There are no subscriptions, you can easily just log back into your account after years of not playing and pick it up like normal. It's also quite refreshing for an MMO in that it has horizontal progression. You don't have to grind to eternity for better gear to give you a statistical advantage. Once you're geared at level 80, you can do whatever you want. The world is your oyster, but you'll have to get used to setting goals for yourself if there's something in particular you want to accomplish. For some, it can be frustrating or overwhelming. Remember to just have fun. The player community is one of the best ones I've experienced in any MMO. The vast majority of people are quick to help if you ask, especially in the PvE main world. The salty and few toxic people you may run into, because let's be honest, they're going to be in any multiplayer game you play, are in PvP and World vs. World, which can be very competitive. You can also run into them in fractals and raids unless you use the LFG system. The ArenaNet support is top-notch in my experience. I got locked out of my account after not logging in for years, and after giving them the information they needed, I was in and playing within the same hour. I've also accidentally bought the wrong thing, and if you reach out to them, they'll do what they can to reverse the mess up so you can get the item you wanted. Which leads me into another reason why I love the game. This game is not pay to win. They have a very cool IRL money shop called the Black Lion Trading Company that you can buy some of the prettiest, coolest, and even gnarliest weapon and armor skins. They do sell account upgrades as well, but these are things like infinite gathering tools, extra character slots, bank expansions to store more loot, and so on. It's nothing that I think breaks the game, giving some players a leg up over others. Some people may think that the mounts give others a leg up because they're locked behind expansions, but the core game is easily completable without mounts with just a little bit of effort. After all, the game didn't originally have mounts, and IMAP completed core Tyria 3 times without them. With all of that being said, this is what this series is for. We're going back to the basic Guild Wars 2 experience with a free account that all of the new players are going to experience before they decide if they want to spend money on the expansions or not. This game can be enjoyed without paying money. Small disclaimer though, if you have a bad case of FOMO and enjoy the core gameplay, I can almost guarantee you're going to want to upgrade your account. The best part is that you can now get those first 2 expansions for a very reasonable price and experience so much more content that only got better over the years. So, without further ado, settle in and join me for this new series where we take things slow and just have fun. It's Brown Eyed Dame's Guild Wars 2 Back to Basics. so we're just logging in real quick. We're going to take a look at my main account, my main lady here on my front page. Down here in the bottom left, this is our race and profession, our guild that we're in, our percent map completion, where our character is at in the map, and our server. I do have 35 characters over here. I am what you might call an altaholic. Is there a necessity for 35 characters? Absolutely not. It's just something that I enjoy. I enjoy making new characters, so that's what I do. We're going to look up here at the top right. This is our PvP rank. I haven't played that for years. My World versus World rank, which I have barely touched, and our Mastery rank, which I am much lower than the majority of people in this game right now. This is my ArenaNet ID. This is what you will go by whenever you want to add people. I think you can even add people by their character names, but I'm not for sure on that. I do have a lot of alternates. I really enjoy making them, but my main girl is my Sylvari Weaver. Weaver is a specialization of an elementalist. Specializations come later in expansions, but I can tell you now the base professions are just as fun. In Guild Wars 1, I also made an elementalist first, so that is what I made first in Guild Wars 2. We do have our logout button down here and a region select, so we have America or Europe, so there's that. And here we'll jump in and look at our login doc. This is for my brand new account, our ArenaNet login. Hit this play, boom, brand new account screen. We are 0-0. We do have a World versus World rank of 1, and it looks like we do have 3 locked character slots. We have 2 here, and then the 3 are locked behind buying the full game, which is fine. 2 is plenty to start out with. So let's take a look up here real quick. We do have the upgrade to a full account button. It's going to pull up all of our expansions here. And let's see, if we go over, yep, there's Janthera Wilds, and their newest one that will be released later this year, Visions of Eternity. And look, we have Path of Fire and Heart of Thorns, expansion 1 and 2, for the price of 1, which is just a super awesome deal. And this is where the majority of the mounts are locked behind. And it even looks like they have all of the Elder Dragon Saga collection, expansions 1, 2, and 3 for $50. That's pretty huge. You save $10 if you were to buy them separately. Definitely worth it. I don't know if that's a forever thing or if it's just a right now thing, but that's really awesome. Let's exit out of that. And I will show y'all, here is our game menu with our options and our logout, all of that stuff. And here is our contacts tab. I did add myself, my main account, as a friend. This is where you'll normally type somebody's name in, typically the name with the numbers on the end. So like this up here. And then we have an LFG and our followers tab. So I'm thrilled to get started with our new account and look forward to sharing the journey with y'all. Our next video will dive into creating our first character and the initial tutorial. I really want to take things slow for now, so I'll be sure to include time skips for the people who may want to find what they're interested in. Until then, Avia Flame and I will be eagerly awaiting your return to Tyria. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss out. Nothing but peace and love to y'all. Until next time.